Martha Stewart has built an empire on the art of effortless elegance, transforming the mundane into the magnificent with a flick of her wrist and a dash of impeccable timing. As the holiday season descends like a glittering snowstorm, promising feasts, gatherings, and the kind of warmth that lingers in memory long after the last ornament is packed away, Stewart's voice emerges as the ultimate guide for hosts everywhere. Her latest insights, shared in a moment of poised reflection, cut through the chaos of checklists and last-minute panics, offering a roadmap to celebrations that feel as seamless as they are splendid. At 84, with a lifetime of entertaining under her belt, from intimate farm-to-table suppers at her Bedford estate to lavish affairs that have graced the pages of her eponymous magazine, Stewart's advice isn't mere suggestion. It's the distilled essence of experience, a lifeline for anyone staring down the barrel of Thanksgiving turkeys and twinkling Christmas trees. The cornerstone of her philosophy? Organization, that quiet superpower that turns potential disasters into triumphs. Be careful about being organized for your holiday entertaining, she advises, her tone a blend of gentle admonishment and sage encouragement. It's a call to action that begins not in the frantic days leading up to the event, but right now in the crisp prelude of early autumn. If you're going to have a party, start working on it now, making your list, figuring out when and where things can be made or purchased. This isn't about rigid schedules that stifle creativity, it's about the freedom that comes from foresight. Imagine the relief of knowing your heirloom china is polished, your playlist curated with seasonal symphonies from Bing Crosby to modern indie folk, and your menu balanced like a perfectly plated hors d'oeuvre, savory, sweet, and surprising in equal measure. Stewart urges the creation of a master plan, a term she wields with the precision of a chef's knife. This blueprint encompasses everything: guest lists annotated with dietary quirks and old family feuds to avoid, timelines for prep work that factor in oven space and delegation to willing sous chefs, and even contingency plans for that inevitable rain on your outdoor Yule log roast. Thanksgiving, the gateway to the season's indulgences, demands special reverence in Stewart's world. The turkey, that golden centerpiece of gratitude and gluttony, is non-negotiable in its timeliness. I would order my turkey now because it's not too early, she declares, her words carrying the weight of someone who's seen supply chains buckle under holiday demand. Envision partnering with a trusted butcher, one who sources heritage birds, those plump, flavorful specimens raised on open pastures, their flesh marbled with the promise of succulence. These aren't the mass-produced imposters, they're the stars that elevate a meal from satisfactory to sublime. If you have a good butcher, order your fresh-filled heritage bird now. They're going to sell out this Thanksgiving, and it's so unbelievably difficult to get what you want at the last minute. You can't do it. Stewart's voice here softens with empathy, recalling perhaps her own brushes with scarcity in the pre-internet era, when sourcing the perfect fowl meant personal pilgrimages to markets at dawn. But her message is empowering. By acting decisively, you sidestep the unbelievably difficult scramble, freeing your mind for the poetry of the table, the crackle of sage-infused stuffing, the shimmer of cranberry relish under candlelight. Yet, Stewart's wisdom extends far beyond logistics. It's deeply rooted in the psychology of hospitality, where the host's confidence sets the tone for every guest's experience. Don't experiment on your guests, she warns, a mantra born from decades of trial and error in her own kitchens. The holidays are for comfort, not culinary roulette. Serve the tried and true, that roast chicken with herb butter you've perfected over summers past, or the pumpkin pie whose lattice crust draws oohs and ahs like clockwork. Innovation has its place, but not at the expense of reliability. If a new recipe beckons, a truffle-laced risotto or a spiced pear tart, test it first in the quiet weeks before, perhaps over a casual weekend brunch with neighbors. This practice run allows for tweaks, adjusting salt to taste, timing the bake to avoid a soggy bottom, or scaling up without catastrophe. Stewart's own repertoire brims with such foolproof gems, each a testament to her belief in simplicity elevated. Take her salmon with mustard honey sauce, a dish that marries the ocean's briny kiss with a glaze as golden as autumn leaves, ready in a mere 10 minutes yet tasting of hours in a French bistro. They all work perfectly if you follow them, she assures, her cookbook empire a treasure trove of such recipes, from the velvety pasta al limon, zest with Meyer lemons and crowned with a lavish dollop of caviar for that opulent first-course flourish, to hearty braises that simmer low and slow, filling homes with aromas of rosemary and red wine. But hosting for Stewart is as much about the aesthetic as the edible. Her recent ambassadorship with Fashionphile, the luxury resale maven, underscores this holistic approach, where table settings mirror personal style, timeless, textured, and touched with glamour. I went and visited Fashion File and wow, I was just blown away, she recalls, her eyes alight with the thrill of discovery. Their vaults, akin to a high society Aladdin's cave, house iconic bags from Hermes Birkins to Chanel flaps, each a story stitched in leather. Stewart's inclusion in their coffee table opus, Fashion File, the book of iconic bags, feels like destiny, aligning her classic ethos with a sustainable twist on opulence. Her wardrobe philosophy mirrors her entertaining, "I've always been a simple dresser with classic clothes and elegant tailoring. That's why I'm attracted to people like Hermes or Max Mara or Brunello Cucinelli." Yet she confesses a penchant for a little bit of glitz, those sparkling accents, like crystal-embellished napkin rings or a sequined cocktail napkin, that turn the ordinary into the unforgettable. It's gotten just better, she reflects on her evolving style, a wardrobe that's bloomed from practical farm wife staples to a capsule of quiet luxury, where a cashmere wrap doubles as a fireside shawl. In Stewart's universe, the holidays aren't a checklist but a canvas for connection. She envisions tables groaning under platters of artisanal cheeses, their rinds dusted with edible flowers, garlands of eucalyptus twisting around candelabras, and conversations that flow as freely as the mulled wine. Avoid the pitfalls, she implores, overcommitting to perfection, which breeds resentment, or neglecting self-care amid the frenzy. Instead, delegate with grace, entrust the salad to the green-thumbed aunt, the playlist to the tech-savvy nephew, and savor the interlude. Her master plan isn't about control but curation, ensuring every element harmonizes. As the season unfolds, from Thanksgiving's harvest hues to Christmas's crimson cheer, Stewart's tips whisper a profound truth. The best gatherings aren't flawless. They're felt, remembered in the laughter echoing off snow-dusted windows, the clink of toasts to absent loved ones, the quiet satisfaction of a table cleared not in exhaustion but fulfillment. In her hands, hosting becomes an act of love, organized yet organic, scripted yet spontaneous. A holiday symphony where every note resonates with warmth.